Welcome everybody. I am Paige Benjamin here at the Podcast Summit, and I'm talking to this amazing lady who is trying to change the city she's from. So tell us who you are and where you're from.
Okay, so my name is Shaun Thompson, and I currently reside in McComb, Mississippi.
McComb, Mississippi. How
Yeah.
far is that from here?
It was about a 6.5 hour drive.
Yeah, you and G for that. You and G for that.
That's mine. That's mine. I'm originally from Chicago.
Oh, so there you go. There you go. You're used to it.
Yeah.
So now, what brought you to the Podcast Summit?
Well, I am looking to, I guess, expand my reach, and so therefore, I am looking for a platform and wanting to do this for some time. And so when I saw that this summit was happening, I thought this would be the best place to gain some valuable information.
Oh, okay. That's what happens, right? um. So now, what about podcasting makes you feel like you'll be able to make a reach, or it will allow you to reach further?
Well, so in theory, of course, when you see the podcasts that are popping up all over, like all over YouTube, all over the other social media platforms, and so of course it's kind of scary at first, and so I wanted to try it, and I thought, like, hey, if I can come here and get the fundamentals that are needed to get started, then of course, then that would be beneficial.
Okay. So we heard during the keynote speaking that community is key.
Yes.
In getting this interview, kind of explain what it was about, which was the promotion of our network, podcast network. It's the Melanin Network, focused on Black podcasters like yourself, your future self,
Okay.
and being able to feed our community. Now, with your podcast, how do you feel like you'd be able to feed our community in a way that hasn't already been done? Because once again, where are you filling in the gap?
Well, okay, that's a good question, actually. Okay, so filling in a gap for me. Number one, I was born and raised in Chicago, but I live in McComb, Mississippi, which is a small town.
Mm-hmm.
And I think being able to share my journey of transitioning from a larger metropolitan area to a small town and what that looks like, what that feels like, just finding, like, I guess, like your people, finding your place, learning the culture in this new place.
You're right.
I'm sure that there are other people out there who probably can benefit from that story because they might share some of the same, I don't know, there's some similarities out there. So,
Listen, I look transitioning from the Northeast to down here is a lot different.
it's very
Right?
different. Different.
Some things happen very fast, some things take forever.
Mhm.
And just understanding those things city to city. And I'm not sure if you're just doing it for your hometown or if you're doing it for much broader environment. Just these are some places and things to do, to go to understand how your city works. I mean, that's an amazing thing,
Yeah.
right? Because for me, transitioning to Atlanta from the north, but that works. That works. I need to kind of put a sign.
Or
Uh,
yeah.
no, it's all good. So just being able to have that transition plan, the closer we get,
Yeah.
the
Sorry.
yeah, that's why I was
Okay.
I'll let it all rock. I'll let it all rock.
All right.
But the closer we get, you don't have to worry about that. I'll let it be part of part of the thing. The older we get, the more we are kind of like stuck in our ways. And so how does so one of the things that I struggle with, understanding like how to find services,
Mhm.
right, for my senior or my aging dad. Um, in your podcast, what are some of the things that you feel like you want to start covering, like more so specifically?
Well, so I would say that to your point, there's a lot of information I think that is needed
Mhm.
that we sometimes cannot find. They say, oh, it's out there on the website, or you can just go here, go there. And it's like searching for a needle in a haystack.
Mhm.
So I want to be able to break things down. For example, we have a lot of entrepreneurs and we have a lot of small businesses. And so therefore, hello, we have a lot of small businesses. And so there are grants out there, for example. There are grants out there. And I've been able to make connections with some of the people in my town who are influencers in that space. And so therefore getting the information without telling someone, hey, go out to the website, find the application and apply. But now I can take the information, break it down, and I guess
Well,
feed it to them on a more granular level so that they can consume it easily and be
Right.
able to apply or whatever it is that they want to do. So that's one thing. And then like you talked about the aging dad, and and some of the resources that are available to them. Again, doing the same thing, like, hey, did you know that we have this waiver program that allow you to have some assistance for certain hours of the day, or maybe Meals on Wheels, and this is how you can apply for it. But things like that. So being able to take the information, break it down so that our people can easily consume it and also capitalize off of it or utilize it. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
It makes a lot of sense because if it's a daunting task to move one, right? Making a decision to move is daunting already.
Mm.
And then trying to find the resources you need is
Yeah.
sometimes even worse.
Yeah.
So I think you will provide so much value
Mhm.
due to the fact that you're literally breaking things down step by step
Mhm.
and allowing people to consume it in a way that, if they went and did it by themselves, they probably just give up.
Right. Now that's true.
And that's usually what ends up happening. You go searching, and then it's like nothing is working out.
Mhm.
It's a wrap. So tell people where can they find you? What is this podcast thing
Well,
ready set
oh,
up?
it's coming, it's coming, and even more so than breaking down the resources, it's also about attracting businesses in our
Right.
town. So economic development, building economic vitality of our area. So that there's so many things. But where can you find me? Macomb Main Street Association on Facebook. So we
Okay.
do have a Facebook page again, Macomb Main Street Association. Also on Instagram, Macomb Main Street Association. So we're working to build it up. We're working to improve our content. So it's a work in progress.
Okay. So does McComb have email? I'm just joking. But I was talking to a friend who was like, it wasn't until maybe 5 years ago their town actually started using email for their businesses. So it's crazy.
I mean, we're progressing. We're
That's all you can ask for, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. And I appreciate it. Another amazing interview with another amazing person. Until next time. Peace.